Hi, welcome to Todd's Tips. I'm Todd Barsness, a full-time voiceover talent, and Todd's Tips is a feature of VO Marketing Pro. Now, if you'd like more information about VO Marketing Pro or anything else related to voiceover, just visit our Facebook page, website, or contact us via email. The links are located here.
Happy Friday. Welcome into our new studio. I wouldn't say that it's improved.
It would improve.
Right now, it's pretty bare bones, as you can see. We're sitting on some folding chairs. We're in the process of getting some kind of smaller armchairs for our studio here, but this is going to be what it looks like.
We'll get it. We'll get it snapped here. We'll get it snapped here. We'll get it outfitted.
Really nice. Anyway, this is going to be our studio from now on. So anyway, hang with us. We're back this week with Todd's Tips. A couple weeks in a row we didn't have any. Obviously, the YouTube channel had them coming out. But Dad's going to give us something to think about like he always does. Dad's been in voiceover for 14 years. This year he's trying to make $250,000. The last 4 years he's made $300,000 plus. The last 7 years have been over $200,000 in voiceover. And the last 9 years he's been over 6 figures in a row. That's pretty impressive stuff. We say that because we're in front of a camera in front of you guys. We got microphones in front of our faces. We're in the basement of a house, and we're talking about voiceover. And so how are you going to trust us if there aren't any numbers? So anyway, that's that. I was just going to say one thing. Last year I made $45,000 in voiceover. So that's just so good.
This year you're making good progress to beat that by a good share.
I've already passed $30,000 this year, so it's going very well. So anyway, we'll jump into our Todd's Tips, and then after that we'll do our numbers for the week for the VOMP group, and then we've got our VO Marketing Pro Plus in-depth, deep dive numbers. So
as I have been in the voiceover business for 14 years, I have developed a logical flow, a building block or building blocks to VO success. They're things that I've learned, they're things that I've put into practice, and so we're going through these. Today we are at the fourth building block, which is processes. If you just need a little reminder, the first building block, the foundational building block, is who I listen to. That's the most important thing, logically, not chronologically, but logically. Second of all is mindsets, what goes on between the ears, the second most important thing. The third building block is business mindset, being in business. Fourth building block is processes. Fifth is marketing. Sixth is audio and equipment. And the last is performance. Again, I remind you that these are logical, not chronological. Nevertheless, they're the things that have helped me become successful, building blocks in these order. So, processes in business. We're talking about processes. There are so many of them, so many processes. And to make it seem even overcomplicated, there are so many coaches out there telling us that we must do our processes the way they do their processes. That talk doesn't resonate with me. I have one simple way of looking at all the processes that need to be in place to build a successful VO business. From marketing to time management, from invoicing and collection to audio equipment and performance, even choosing a voiceover coach. I have a set of processes, simple processes. So here it is. Here's my thoughts, my simple statement on processes. You've heard it before if you've followed us at all, but it's this: develop a simple set of processes that work, and then work those processes like crazy. Now, let me break this down just a bit, and I'm referring to my notes because I want to move along quickly and to be as succinct as possible. So let's break it down. First of all, break down that statement. Develop a simple set of processes. Now, somebody says, but Todd, how do I know what simple processes there are in the first place? What are simple processes? I mean, I've got to know that. Well, that's a great question. And this is why, to me, it's critically important for you to ask your coach how much money he or she makes in voiceover alone. If they can't tell me, then to me, they aren't worth listening. Because if they don't have simple processes then that make them successful, then they can't pass those simple processes on to you. So you have to know, are they successful in voiceover? Do they have processes in place that make them successful? Second part of breaking that simple statement down is develop a simple set of processes that work. By work, I mean, do the processes help me for sure make money? If they don't, then you need to find other processes if you're in business, because your whole goal is to make money. The processes you work must work. That is, make money. And lastly, develop a simple set of processes that work and then work those processes like crazy. Once you find a set of processes that make you money, then don't give up and start flailing and running around like a chicken with your head cut off too quickly. Hang in there. You may need to tweak here and there, but don't be so quick to flit from one plan to the next. Give it some time. If it's worked, then give it time. Again, you might have to tweak and add a little and take away a little bit. I've had to over the years. But don't be radical in your changes if your processes have worked. You see that I didn't tell you exactly what processes you have to do. Why? Because everybody is unique. And you have to apply these business principles to your situation. Remember, develop a simple set of processes that work, and then work those processes like crazy. So that's what I think about when I think about that fourth building block of processes. So there you have it.
Thanks for bringing those to our attention. Appreciate that. Those are all the things that Dad has been instilling in my business too, and helping me out as I grow my business as it started the fourth year. And I can tell you from experience, at least right now, Dad and I have had talks about my simple business plan, because I've had some slower weeks happening in especially May and continuing now in June. But just being able to look at, am I growing? Is that something am I seeing growth in my business? Yes. Okay. So I'm doing all these things, even if I'm slow, double down on the processes, simple business plan that I have. And that'll get me out of that at some point. It always has. And it's already gotten me to $30,000 this year, and we're in June. So I'm almost to what I made.
Yeah. And if you would like to, talk more about that kind of stuff, all things voiceover, but especially the thing that I've built a lot of my success on, which is direct email marketing, we have a group called VO Marketing Pro Plus. And what that is it's a Facebook group, very active Facebook group. We do a deep dive into numbers, our numbers, tell you our strategies, why we're doing what we're doing. We also have a couple of fireside chats where you can kind of just listen in and hear the type of talk that a father-son full-time voiceover talents talk about on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then once a month, we have a live webinar, a Zoom with all of our all of our folks, our members, yeah. and we present something voiceover related, and then have some Q&A time. So if you want to find out more about that, just look at the link here below, the email address. It's johnbarsness@vomarketingpro.com.
Yeah, and if you have any questions about that, we'll be happy to help you out. So thanks for joining us for the Todd's Tips. If you want to see more of those that we just did, we got a Todd's Tip playlist on our YouTube channel. Check them out. Thanks again. We'll see you later. Take care.
Thanks a lot for joining me for Todd's Tips. And if you'd like more information about VO Marketing Pro or anything else related to VO, the links are listed here.